Angel warns you are in danger because of your neighbor. Listen now. God says that before you even opened your eyes this morning, the heavens were already moving around you. An angel stood by your side while you were still asleep, watching over your dreams, your breath, your rising, your pain, your hidden worries, and the thoughts you never say out loud. The angel touched your forehead gently and whispered that this day would not be like other days. Something had shifted. Something had awakened. Something that was meant to be revealed to you for a long time was finally coming forward. And God says that this message, the one you are reading right now, is not random, not accidental, not mere coincidence. This message found you because heaven wanted you to hear what you have ignored for so long. What you avoided confronting and what you fear deep inside. God says that an angel has been trying to speak to you for days, nudging you, warning you, preparing you for something. Not to scare you, but to protect you, to guide you, to assure you that you are not alone in this journey, no matter how heavy it feels. The angel says, I order you to open this right now, not in anger, but in urgency, because for too long you have pushed away the signs. You have told yourself everything is fine even when something inside you said otherwise. You have convinced yourself to stay silent, to pretend to keep peace even when your soul was disturbed. The angel saw that you were carrying burdens that didn't belong to you. The angel saw that someone around you was draining your light and that your spirit was being weakened by energies that did not come from God. And so the angel stepped in not to frighten you, but to lift the veil from your eyes so you can see what has been affecting you without your awareness. God says that the danger the angel refers to is not physical. It is spiritual, emotional, and energetic. It is the effect of being surrounded by someone who carries envy, someone who watches you more than you realize, someone who studies you quietly, someone who smiles with their lips but not with their soul. The angel says that this neighbor, whether near your home, your daily environment, or someone in your emotional neighborhood, has been projecting negativity toward you without you knowing. But God says you are safe. God says nothing will harm you. God says the angel is standing between you and anything that tries to disturb your peace. The only reason the angel wants your attention is so you stop doubting yourself. Stop dismissing your intuition. Stop allowing your spirit to be drained by energies that were never meant to influence your destiny. God says that your heart has sensed something off for a long time, but you kept pushing it aside. You kept telling yourself you were imagining it. You kept telling yourself that people wouldn't really hold anything against you. You kept trying to be understanding, kind, forgiving, hopeful, even when your soul whispered that something didn't feel right. God says, your kindness has been beautiful, but your silence has allowed certain energies to stay around you longer than they should have. The angel has watched you be patient with people who were not honest. The angel has watched you stay loyal to people who were inconsistent. The angel has watched you protect people who would never protect you in return. And the angel finally stepped in today because heaven does not want you to keep giving your heart to spaces where your spirit is not respected. God says that what surrounds you is not physical danger but emotional manipulation. Envy, jealousy, unhealthy intentions, silent competition, and hidden negativity. The angel says that someone around you, someone who presents themselves as harmless, is carrying thoughts that are not aligned with love. They are not attacking you physically. They are attacking your peace. They observe your blessings and your growth with discomfort. They sense your destiny growing brighter and it bothers them more than they admit. Your success, your resilience, your spirit, your light. These things irritate the parts of them that are still unhealed. And instead of focusing on their own growth, they focus on you. But God says you are safe. God says nothing will go wrong with you. God says no plan formed against you can stand. God says you are protected, covered, shielded, surrounded, and lifted. The angel is not warning you to scare you, but to awaken your awareness so you can stop letting the wrong energies feed off your spirit. God says you don't need to confront anyone. You don't need to accuse anyone. You don't need to fear anyone. You only need to trust God. Pray and take care of your energy. The angel says your spirit has been too open and that makes it easy for people to attach their intentions to you. But your energy is shifting now. God is pulling you into a new dimension where your protection will be stronger, your intuition clearer, your peace deeper, and your blessings unstoppable. The angel says you have been surrounded by spiritual noise. Someone around you has been projecting doubts into your mind, hoping to disturb your focus, hoping to slow your progress, hoping to confuse your path. They did not do this openly. They did it silently, with glances, with thoughts, with jealousy. But the angel says their energy will no longer be allowed to reach you. God is blocking every negative intention. God is closing every unseen door that allowed others to interfere with your spirit. God is rewriting the atmosphere around you so that only peace can remain. You may have felt drained recently. You may have felt tired for no reason. You may have felt irritated, anxious, restless, or discouraged. You may have felt disconnected from yourself or confused about your direction. The angel says this was not because of failure, not because you were weak, not because you were losing, but because someone else was spiritually intruding into your energy. They envied your calmness. They envied your inner strength. They envied the way blessings flow toward you, even when you feel low. But God says that period is over. God is cutting the cord between you and anything that drains your light. God is restoring what was dimmed. God is renewing your strength in places where you felt defeated. The angel says, listen now. The angel says, this is your moment to reclaim your peace. This is your moment to rise again. This is your moment to trust what heaven has been whispering. And God says you are not imagining the shift you feel. You are not imagining the change in the air. Your spirit is evolving and the wrong energies can no longer stay near you as it happens. That is why this message reached you today. Heaven wants you to be awake, aware, and aligned. God says you must stop doubting yourself. You must stop shrinking yourself. You must stop giving your power away to people who have no place in your destiny. The angel says you will begin to notice things you never noticed before. You will see people's true intentions without them speaking. You will feel when someone's energy is not right. You will sense when someone is not genuine. This is not fear. It is discernment. It is spiritual clarity. It is heaven sharpening your intuition so you walk with wisdom moving forward. God says not everyone smiles at you with love. Not everyone watches you with admiration. Some people observe you because they see something in you that they do not have in themselves. But God says this cannot affect you anymore unless you let it. The angel says the only thing you need is prayer, trust, and clarity. Once your spirit stands tall, nothing around you can shake you. Once your faith becomes steady, no energy can break through your protection. God says He has placed a shield around you. The angel has sealed your path. Your home, your mind, your heart, your future, they are all covered in divine protection. No negativity can cross the line that God has drawn. No intention can overpower the grace on your life. No energy can disturb the peace God is giving you now. The angel says, this is your time to rise beyond fear, rise beyond doubt. Rise beyond past wounds. Rise beyond other people's jealousy. Rise beyond the emotional heaviness that does not belong to you. God is lifting you into a higher space where your heart will feel lighter, your mind clearer, your spirit stronger. God says you are safe. You are protected. You are watched over. You are never alone. The angel says you have no reason to fear your neighbor or anyone around you because their negativity has no power against divine protection. The angel's warning is simply a reminder to be aware, to trust your intuition, to maintain your peace, and to stay spiritually grounded. God says everything in your life is about to shift positively. Your energy will be renewed. Your blessings will multiply. Your peace will return. Your strength will grow. Your path will open. Nothing will go wrong with you because you are under the protection of heaven. God says trust Him, pray to Him, and surrender your worries. He is fighting battles you don't see. He is removing energies you don't need. He is guiding you toward blessings you can't imagine yet. God says breathe. You are safe. You are loved. You are protected. And nothing, not envy, not negativity, not silent intentions can stop the destiny God has placed over your life. Damn why child. God says that this message has been delivered to you at the exact second you were meant to open it because heaven has watched something happen around you that you have not seen with your natural eyes. The angel standing beside you says, I order you to open this right now. Don't skip this message because the divine realm has witnessed a movement near your life. A shadow that tried to approach your peace and your neighbor has been involved in something that could have affected your destiny if heaven had not stepped in ahead of time. You are being protected even in moments where you do not realize protection is happening, and God wants you to feel safe as you read this. Heaven is not warning you to frighten you. Heaven is warning you because God has already secured your safety. This message is not here to create fear but to reveal what has been happening behind the scenes. So your spirit awakens and your faith becomes stronger. So you understand exactly why you feel those sudden instincts, those sudden moments where you sense something is off. That is not fear. That is heaven whispering to you. You are not alone and you have never been alone. There are moments recently when you felt a strange heaviness when passing by a particular direction, or when a certain neighbor looked at you or spoke to someone else while glancing your way. You did not say anything. You did not confront anyone. But you felt something in your soul. Heaven says that feeling was real. Your spirit saw something your eyes could not. But hear God clearly in this moment. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. Your path is shielded, and every trap that was whispered, planned, or even imagined against you has already been shattered by divine intervention. God is not warning you about what will happen. God is telling you what He has already blocked from happening. The angel says, if you had not opened this message at this exact moment, you would not know the truth about the spiritual protection surrounding your life. God says that someone near you, a neighbor, a person you never suspected, someone who sometimes watches you more closely than they should, has allowed jealousy, bitterness, or hidden resentment to twist their energy. They spoke words about you that were not kind. They allowed a thought against you to grow into something darker. But before anything could manifest, heaven intervened. Your angel moved. Archangel Michael placed a barrier. God placed His covering over you. The moment this person thought something negative toward you, God did not allow their intentions to land. Heaven blocked their energy, their tongue, their influence, and any plan associated with them. God says you must understand something important. Sometimes danger is not physical. Sometimes danger comes in the form of jealousy, envy, hidden negativity, or quiet resentment. Sometimes danger is the spiritual contamination that comes from a person who cannot stand to see you rise, shine, or succeed. God says that your neighbor saw something about you, your blessings, your resilience, your inner light, and it triggered something in them. They could not understand why you still smile, why you still stand, why you still carry strength even when life has tried to break you. They could not understand why every storm that should have crushed you only made you stronger, but God says that their misunderstanding about you is not your concern. Their energy is not your burden. Heaven has already handled it. The angel whispers to your soul now and says, you are safe. Your home is protected. Nothing can cross the boundary God has placed around you. You must breathe and know that you are shielded. You must not worry about the thoughts, words, or intentions of people whose hearts are unsettled. Their energy is too weak to touch you. Their words are too small to affect you. Their intentions cannot break you. They cannot touch what God has chosen. You are divinely chosen, divinely protected, and divinely elevated. There was a moment recently when something strange happened around your surroundings. Maybe a sudden noise, an unexpected disturbance, something that felt out of place. You may not have thought much of it, but heaven took note. Heaven saw the intention behind it. Heaven saw that someone near you wanted to disrupt your peace. But God says that every disturbance, meant to shake your spirit, will now turn into evidence of His protection. Every attempt to bother your peace will become a testimony of how God shields His chosen ones before harm even arrives. The danger that was forming around you has already melted like wax before the flame of God's power. The angel says that this neighbor has walked by your home with a thought that heaven immediately intercepted. A thought that was tied to envy, confusion, or resentment. They wondered how you are still blessed, how you are still chosen, how you are still seen by heaven when life has tried to break you again and again. But God says, I chose you because your heart is pure. I protect you because your spirit is humble. I watch over you because you trust me even when you don't know what is happening behind the scenes. This neighbor may have been influenced by someone else or carried energy from another source. Their spirit became cluttered. But God says none of this will touch you. You are spiritually untouchable because heaven carries you. God says your home is now surrounded by angels. There is an invisible wall around you that no negativity can cross. Archangel Michael has stood at your doorway. Your windows are protected. Your dreams are protected. Your energy is protected. Your future is protected. God says that someone has been spiritually observing you without knowing that heaven has been observing them. Someone nearby has been curious about your life, your movements, your blessings. But their curiosity slowly turned into silent resentment. They spoke something about you to another person. They may have exaggerated something about your life or hinted something negative about your character. But God says that their words have been reversed, neutralized, and returned to dust. Their attempts at speaking negativity have turned into blessings for you. Everything they whispered will now fuel your rise. Every word they spoke will become a stepping stone for your elevation. God says that no curse spoken in the shadows can stand against the destiny spoken by Him. The angel says, this warning is not to scare you, but to awaken you to the level of protection you carry. Heaven wants you to know that your instincts have been correct. When something felt off, it was real. When something felt heavy, it was real. When your spirit felt uneasy around certain people or certain places, it was because heaven was signaling to you. But now that you have opened this message, God says your peace will return like a river. Your fear will dissolve, your spirit will strengthen. You will walk with confidence knowing that heaven has already fought the battle on your behalf. God says, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are not in danger anymore because heaven has ended the danger before it began. You are not at risk because heaven blocked the risk before you were aware of it. God wants you to trust Him. Pray to Him and keep your heart pure. The angel says that your neighbor's energy cannot cross the barrier placed around you. Their jealousy cannot break your blessings. Their negativity cannot touch your spirit. The angel continues to speak saying that your life is about to undergo a shift that will expose truth. You will begin to see small signs, small reveals. Someone's mask may fall. Someone's intentions may become clear. You won't need to confront anyone. The truth will reveal itself naturally. God says He will expose what needs to be exposed without you lifting a finger. You will begin to notice that people who were once close seem distant. And people who were distant may suddenly show kindness because heaven is rearranging your environment. You will feel lighter, more in control, more aligned because God has cleared the spiritual traffic around you. God says that instead of fear, you will now feel peace. Instead of confusion, you will now feel clarity. Instead of heaviness, you will now feel strength. You will understand why certain people fell away. You will understand why certain connections changed. You will understand why your spirit pulled away from certain energies. The angel says, you were never in danger without protection. Heaven protected you the moment danger formed. You must trust God now more than ever. Your prayers have been heard. Your tears have been accounted for. Your faith has been seen. And now your protection has been sealed. God says He is covering your home, your mind, your path, and your future. No one near you can harm you. No one can block your blessings. No one can steal what belongs to you. You are safe. You are protected. You are chosen. God is with you. And everything around you is shifting in your favor. My beloved child, the moment you open your heart to these words, something in the unseen world shifts around you. God says that an angel has been standing near you since last night, whispering for you to open this message without delay because there is something around you that you haven't noticed. Something subtle yet serious, something that heaven does not want you to ignore. The angel says, I order you to open this now. Do not skip this message because the timing of divine protection is unfolding in a way that is meant specifically for you. The angel has been watching over you, especially concerning the energy that has been coming from someone close to your home, someone you may not suspect, someone who has been silently observing you without speaking their intentions clearly. But before anything else, God wants your heart to know this truth. You are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. Heaven is already 10 steps ahead of every plan made against you. God stands before you, behind you, around you, and inside you, guarding every part of your being. The angel has been trying to wake you spiritually because there is a vibration, a whisper, a tension coming from the direction of your neighbor. And heaven wants you to understand that this is not to make you fearful but to make you aware. Awareness is protection. God says this message is not here to scare you. It is here to shield you. You may have felt it lately. A strange heaviness when you step outside. A shift in the atmosphere near your door. A sudden intuition telling you to be careful when you pass by certain people. It is not your imagination. Heaven confirms that your spirit has been picking up what your mind has not fully processed yet. When God says you are in danger because of your neighbor, it is not meant to say that someone will harm you physically. It means that someone around you has been sending energy towards you that is unhealthy, jealous, or wanting to interfere with your peace. But God says that their intentions will crumble before they ever reach your life. The angel stands in front of you like a shield, wings spread, eyes burning with heavenly fire, making sure that no plan, no word, no thought formed against you will prosper. God says you have been too humble to see how powerful you truly are. You have walked through storms that would have destroyed others. You have survived nights that were darker than most people could imagine. You have held yourself together even when everyone around you expected you to fall apart. This is why heaven protects you so fiercely, because you are chosen, because you carry a light that threatens the darkness around you. And sometimes that light triggers jealousy, misunderstanding, or secret resentment from people who live close to you. Your neighbor has been watching you not because you did something wrong, but because something about you stirs their emotions in ways they don't understand. They see blessings forming around you. They see opportunities opening for you. They sense that you are moving into a new chapter, and it makes them uneasy because they do not understand the grace that surrounds your life. But listen carefully. God says no matter who feels threatened by your rise, no human power can stop what heaven has decided for your destiny. Even if someone watches you with the wrong intentions, even if someone sends negativity your way, even if someone speaks silently against you, God's shield is thicker than their envy. The angel says, You are protected. You are seen. You are guarded. God says, "My child, I am with you. Rest assured." And when God speaks those words, the entire universe bends around you to ensure your safety. There have been moments lately where you felt unusually tired, drained, or overwhelmed without reason. There were days when you woke up feeling heavy even though nothing happened. There were times when you felt watched, but you pushed the feeling aside because you didn't want to assume anything bad. Heaven is saying that these sensations came from spiritual energy, not physical danger. The angel wants you to understand that someone near you has been dealing with their own frustration, their own failures, their own emotional instability, and instead of healing themselves, they projected their energy outward. And you, being spiritually sensitive, picked it up. But God says, "Do not fear. I am intervening now." This message is that intervention. The angel has been guarding the doorway of your home, especially at night. You may not realize it, but you have been disturbed in your sleep recently. Dreams that were strange. Sudden awakenings in the middle of the night. A feeling of heaviness pressing on your chest. A quiet anxiety. Heaven says that these were signs of spiritual energy trying to reach you but failing because God blocked it every single time. Nothing touched you. Nothing will touch you. You are divinely defended. God wants to comfort your heart. Nothing will go wrong with you. These words are not casual. They are a decree, a heavenly law, a divine guarantee. And when God guarantees something, all forces in the universe rearrange to make that truth unbreakable. You may ask, "God, why do I feel this heaviness? Why are people around me acting strange?" And God says, "Because you are stepping into a blessing that is beyond what you have ever experienced." And the enemy always reacts when your breakthrough is near. Your neighbor's energy is simply a sign that your elevation is coming. Jealousy is the shadow that appears when your light becomes brighter. The angel says you must not worry because every negative thought directed at you is returning back to its sender purified by divine justice. There is something powerful happening in your life soon. God says a shift is coming. A breakthrough that will change your destiny. A blessing that is already being prepared. Heaven is aligning the right opportunities, the right people, and the right timing. This is why you have been feeling more emotional, more sensitive, and more aware lately. Heaven is preparing you to level up. And when you level up, not everyone around you will understand. Some will misunderstand your glow. Some will be amazed, some will be confused, and a few like your neighbor may feel intimidated. But again, heaven repeats, you are safe. God says, you are walking into a season where the wrong people will expose themselves without you having to do anything. You will begin to notice the truth behind the smiles, the intentions behind the silence, and the energy behind the actions of those around you. You will not need confrontation. You will not need arguments. God says, I will show you everything. The angel is guiding your intuition right now. You are starting to see things clearly. You are starting to wake up spiritually. You are starting to distance yourself from energy that is not aligned with your purpose. This message comes as a divine warning, but also a divine reassurance. The warning is not danger. The warning is awareness. The reassurance is protection. God says, trust me. Pray to me. I am handling what you cannot see. There is a blessing coming your way that your neighbor or whoever is carrying this energy cannot block, cannot delay, cannot interfere with. Heaven has appointed this blessing. It has your name written on it. It is tied to your prayers, your tears, your patience, and your endurance. God saw the times you stayed silent, instead of arguing. God saw the moments you chose peace instead of revenge. God saw how you carried yourself with dignity even when people pushed your limits, and now heaven is rewarding you. You are going to notice that something lifts off your life after reading this message. A burden will dissolve. A heaviness will evaporate. A strange calm will surround you. That is the angel cleansing the atmosphere around you. That is God stepping forward and saying, enough. My child has suffered enough. You may feel warmth on your skin. You may feel a tingling in your hands. You may feel chills down your spine. These are signs that the angel is touching your energy field right now. You are being aligned. You are being healed. You are being secured. God says that your neighbor's energy cannot break you. They cannot touch the destiny God has carved for you. You are blessed beyond what you fully understand. You are watched over. You are loved. You are chosen. God wants you to pray tonight, not with fear, but with confidence. A simple prayer. God, place your protection around me and my home. As soon as you say it, heaven will move. Angels will stand guard. Light will surround your walls. Every shadow will disappear. The angel says you must trust what you feel inside. Trust your intuition. Trust the inner voice that warns you when something is off. Heaven speaks through your instincts. When something feels wrong, step back. When something feels heavy, protect your energy. When something feels unsafe, let God take control. You don't need to fight battles. You don't need to confront anyone. Your only job is to stay connected to God. God says the danger is not physical. It is spiritual. Someone's energy is unstable. Someone's emotions are spilling into the atmosphere around them. Someone is dealing with jealousy or insecurity. But none of that can harm you. God has already built a wall of divine fire around your life. In the coming days, you will notice signs that God's protection is active. Unexpected peace, sudden clarity, new opportunities. Unexpected kindness from strangers, doors opening in your favor. These are signs that heaven is shifting your path upward. God says this message came to you today for a reason. It came because heaven needed you to wake up to your own power. Heaven needed you to understand that not every smile is pure, but every angel is guarding you. Heaven needed you to be alert but not afraid. Heaven needed you to know that you are safe always. My child, God says you have a destiny that is bigger than the fears around you. You have a future that is bigger than the negativity people send. You have angels that are stronger than any darkness. And you have a God who never leaves your side. Trust Him. Pray to Him. Walk with Him. Nothing will go wrong with you. God says that in this very moment as you sit here reading these words, heaven is watching you with a level of attention you cannot even imagine. And the angels are standing closer than they have ever stood before. Angel says, I order you to open this, right now. Do not skip this. Do not take this lightly. This message is being delivered to you because something around you has shifted. Something near you has changed and heaven refuses to let you walk in danger without divine protection covering every single part of your life. You are not reading this by accident, nor by coincidence, nor by any random moment of curiosity. You are reading this because God Himself is speaking directly into your spirit, urging you to remain calm, stay centered and keep your faith strong even though a certain energy around you has been unsettling. Angel says that this message is not meant to frighten you but to protect you, to elevate your awareness, to guard your steps and to keep your spirit safe from what has been trying to disturb you secretly. God says the angel saw something last night, something you were not aware of, something you did not see with your physical eyes but sensed with your intuition. There is a neighbor around you whose energy has been shifting in a strange and uncomfortable way. Someone whose heart has been restless, whose thoughts have been heavy, and whose intentions have been clouded by confusion or jealousy or silent frustration. God wants you to know that nothing they try, nothing they whisper, nothing they imagine, and nothing they wish against you will ever stand, because heaven is already blocking every attempt that could harm your purpose. Angel says you are protected, but you must listen carefully because the divine realm is giving you guidance, clarity, and reassurance at a time when you need it most. God says He has been hearing your prayers. The silent ones you whisper in the middle of the night when no one else is awake. The ones you keep inside your heart because you don't know who you can trust fully. Heaven has watched the heaviness you have been carrying, the tension in your spirit, the uneasiness that rises in you sometimes without any clear explanation. God says that this uneasiness is a spiritual signal, a divine alert reminding you that He is guiding you away from danger even when you cannot see exactly where the threat is coming from. Angel says that you are protected from every angle, but you must trust the instructions of heaven and allow God to steer you away from those whose intentions are not pure toward you. God says that this neighbor has been paying an unusual level of attention to you. It might not look obvious. It might not be dramatic, but heaven noticed a shift in their thoughts toward you. A certain kind of envy or irritation or silent competition forming in their spirit. Sometimes people become troubled by your light without you doing anything to provoke them. Sometimes the blessings God is preparing for you stir jealousy in others.